Whew. Thanks, now. What's up, guys? How we doing?
Yeah, man of the people out here, this is your turf.
Yeah, man, this is my hometown, baby.
Yeah. How's it feel to actually be? I'm sure you've dreamed of this for a while. What is it like to actually be going through the motions?
It's great. I saw my first UFC fight at Prudential. You know, I saw GSP fight Dan Hardy when I was a kid. Seen a couple more since then. But yeah, it's, you know, I remember being there, being like, I'm gonna fight here one day, and now has come to fruition. So that's cool.
Dan Hardy was a little tougher to submit that night than your coach.
yeah, it's true. It's true. He's a tough guy. Absolutely.
What sparks motivation? You know, bring the kids up there and everything. Do you teach a lot? You know, at your gym too?
I used to. Actually, I was like the first kids instructor at Miller Brothers MMA, Jim and Dan Miller School. Jim will be up here in a sec. I don't teach as much anymore, but it's fun, you know. I want to get the kid excited, you know. It's cool.
Have you and Jim fought on the same card before?
This is our first time. We've been in the back together a lot. Either I'm fighting or he's fighting, but first time sharing the octagon. So it'll be cool.
That must be pretty special for you, especially him. He's, you know, making history again, setting a new record for most UFC fights.
100%. Obviously Jersey's got Frankie Edgar, but you know, Jim and Dan Miller, those like big brothers and me, guys I looked up to my whole life. So it's really cool. You know, getting to go around with him. You know, he's a leader and a great guy.
Talk a little about the last one. Obviously, Sanchez didn't go the way you wanted, but what did you take away from it?
You know, you learn every time you're in there. Sick leading up to it. Couldn't perform. But you know, being like just seeing more. Every time I get in that cage, I feel like I see more. I get more comfortable. And, you know, anytime it goes bad, you learn a lot from it. You never forget it. You're embarrassed. You know, you're not happy. So I'd say from that, being in there on my worst night, you know, I probably should have been laid up in a hospital bed. But you know, I went in there and fought. It makes me very fearless because I've been. It can't go worse than that. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna. It's not gonna be my worst night. You know, I'm not gonna be sick like that again. You know, so it gives me a lot of confidence, feeling good, feeling healthy, going in there. I feel pretty fearless.
Can you just talk a little about your opponent, Salim? Obviously not as big name as Diego Sanchez, but still a dangerous guy.
Yeah, Salim's a tough kid, Polish kid. I call him Grizzly, so I bet he's gonna be strong. But you know, I watched him. I think he's tough. Everyone in the UFC is, but I think I'll take him out and finish him. You know, I know what I do. I've been working hard, running hard, training hard, and you know, I'm ready to go.
Do you regret taking the fight with Diego because you were really sick? I mean, you mentioned
hindsight's 20/20, you know. But at that time, I never would have pulled out, not in a million years. You know, I signed a contract. I'm going to show up, and although I wasn't feeling great, you know, I probably would have done the same thing again, to be honest. But you know, I wouldn't say I regret it. I learned from it.
And you trained here at home, right?
Yeah, I trained in Jersey. Yeah, Grayson, New Jersey.
When was the last time you trained in Jersey for a fight?
I did the Diego fight and the George Sullivan fight in LA. Every other one's been in Jersey.
Is it nice to sort of be back home and get ready for a fight?
Oh yeah.
Back to your roots?
Yeah, man, it's the best. You know, I've been all over the world, and I don't love anywhere the way I love Jersey. I don't love anywhere the way I love Jersey. I got my family here, my friends that are family. You know, Jersey's my home, and I love it. I'm excited to represent and perform in front of these animals.
Do you prefer fighting at home or having to go away? Some fighters like it.
It was cool not having to take a plane ride. I was able to drive down 78 and get here, you know. So right now I'm feeling good about being at home. You know, after this one, I think I'd like to do either October in Boston or Madison Square Garden in November. So I like the East Coast.
And your career is an interesting case because you were brought in to fight CM Punk. Obviously, you were good enough to stick around in the UFC, but nonetheless, something that you've had to do as you go along is pick up experience.
Absolutely.
You know? How has that been like? Because it is a very different road than most fighters. Most fighters, you know, accumulate a good amount of fights, then get in the UFC. You've kind of had to learn as you go, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been interesting. It's been a lot of learning, but I've loved it. I'm happy and willing to, you know, have my whole career be in the spotlight. Go from, you know, I was in here after my first fight. I'd only had my first amateur fight a year before that, and you know, if anyone can handle this, is me. I love it. I'm happy to show my growing pains in front of the world. And I know just myself as a man, as my character, will just continue to grow through this. And not only as a fighter, but as a man, I'm going to keep growing. And I'm happy with it. I wouldn't change a thing.
So you wouldn't want the usual road to the UFC?
Nah. I'm happy with the way it went. Obviously, more cage experience would be helpful. But I'm learning as I go, and I'm just keep rocking out.
And how helpful is it training with Jim Miller? Because he's got the most fights in the UFC.
Yeah, man, he's an OG.
Yeah.
It's great. Jim's been giving me advice since before I had my first amateur fight. I've always looked up to him. Him and his brother Dan, love them like brothers. Look up to them like brothers. They've been really helpful. Yeah, every time I'm always getting knowledge bombs from those guys.
Jim's been able to keep a high level through his age, through all the fights that he's been through. What do you, at an early stage of your career, take from that? Do you think at all about career longevity, or are you just going in balls to the wall all the time?
Both. I'm going balls to the wall. Absolutely. You gotta live for today. Tomorrow's not promised. But I see a long career. So kind of both. I'm going balls to the wall, and I'm thinking about the future.
What's made Jim so have this longevity, do you think?
Just Jim Miller. Just Jim fucking Miller. He's Jim fucking Miller. He's a G. He's tough as nails. Hard nosed, just a tough guy. I really couldn't say exactly what it is. He's Jim fucking Miller. He's a legend.
Hey Mick, obviously with the amount of competition in the division at the minute, where do you see yourself and where do you want to be within the next 6 to 12 months? Where
I see myself, I know I could beat any 170 on any given day. What I'm doing is I'm learning through my cage experience. So I'm trying to get the cage experience so I can make sure I could be that guy every time I get in there. You gotta have your best 15 minutes when it's that time. I gotta have it at Saturday at 2:30. I gotta have my best 15 minutes. Doesn't matter how great I was in the gym last week, 2 weeks ago. I need to have my best performance right there. So I'm learning how to make sure I can exact my best me on that time and on that day. So that's kind of where I'm at. I know any given day I can beat anyone, and time will tell. You will see.
So your mindset's just focused on now, and
yeah, I'm gonna beat Salim Touahri. I'm gonna finish him. Whether it's the first round, second round, third round. I like to go in there and murk people and take them out in a minute or two. But I'm prepared for 3. All right, thank you guys.
thanks man.